Welcome to Capital Outsider, a show about people and ideas outside the halls of power, exploring alternatives to conventional political wisdom.
Hello, and welcome to Capital Outsider, a show where we give you an outsider's perspective on events. My name's Jeff Russell. I'll be the host tonight. Joining me here is John Finan. He's a businessman and community activist from New York City. He's the CEO of nycrealty.com, and he's running for President of the United States, trying to get the nomination of the Libertarian Party. He says it's time for a fair deal for America and the American people, and he's here today to talk to us about his campaign. So thanks for coming, John. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jeff. Talk about the issues and talk to the issues that the American people are concerned with. We want to apply libertarian principles to the problems and concerns that are at hand. And the economy. We're going to start with that. That's every poll that you see. That's the concern of the American person right now. They're worried. They're worried about their financial future. Right. They're worried about a plan. And everyone says hope, change. So, we're going to change. We actually have a plan that we have to put in place that takes into account the free market economic principles of libertarianism based on Milton Friedman's work, who is a Nobel Peace Prize winner, and Reaganomics was essentially the work of Milton Friedman. Everyone was happy with the economy during Ronald Reagan's time. And what we're doing is establishing the FICRO initiative, the federal initiative for converting renters to ownership. And with this government bank, we will buy out the subprime loans. We will provide an equity component and a rental component that, for a person that would like to own their own home, equity and a loan, and we'll give all Americans the opportunity to be homeowners, creating a transfer of wealth to the individual person. And this is a correction. This is in order to bring wealth to the people. We're about free market economy. We're about cutting back farm subsidies. We're about ending the expenditures on war, saving hundreds of trillions of dollars over a 15, 30-year period going on. We're about cutting back government agencies. Do what the people want, which is end the war. The people want the war ended. It's a libertarian platform position regardless. We try to stay out of international conflict. We want to protect ourselves. We want to have that ability. Ending the war, and Steve and I got in a little bit of an argument about this, because you can't promise that you're going to have everybody out of there and that infrastructure out of Iraq in a 2-month period. You can't move an apartment in 2 months. We have multiple years. We have infantry troops. So do we want to stop moving forward on the war? Yes. Is it our position to end it and get out of there and cut the expenditure? Yes. That's my position. That's what the people want also. I also want to roll back the executive privileges that have been used illegally, and so that you can't have this happen again. I think you need to use diplomacy as much as possible. People want peaceful solutions. They want leaders who can create a peace without using the military. Well, the right to keep and bear arms is a very strong part of the Libertarian Party platform.
Right.
And its membership feels very strongly about that. When the gentleman that we were speaking with earlier that I met at the Long Island Convention, they were very vocal about how important that was to them. And the right to keep and bear arms was put in place so that the people could form a militia to protect themselves from an enemy, from one another, from the government itself, if need be. This was the concept behind that. And I talked to Steve Cubby about this also during our debate. I don't think that the people, the general populace, the voting populace of the United States of America, want to see a lot of guns freely floating about urban centers. And Mayor Giuliani and Mike Bloomberg have had some significant success in lowering the crime rate, lowering the number of shootings, the number of killings. This is important. Mm-hmm. The people, they want to be safe. The mothers want to be safe. I was speaking to Christy Brinkley.
Right. So how would you ensure their safety?
Well, I was speaking to Christy Brinkley at the Hampton Classic, and she told me the safety of her children is the most important thing for her. And clean air, safe streets, right. Safe cities, good food from sustainable food sources, free of pesticides. Uh-huh. Again, I think that our party needs to be. They need to steer clear of seeing to be the party of guns and marijuana. You're asking me the pointed question on it. I think that marijuana should be legalized. Mm-hmm. I think it should be a crop in this country. We're talking about cutting farm subsidies. Mm-hmm. I think it would be a nice way to fill in that void. We legalize this, we tax it, we control the distribution, the education. It becomes part of the taxable gross economic product. Low taxes on these things, but still part of the gross economic product of the United States of America, rather than overseas terror organizations growing these drugs and importing them. And I talk to people from all political parties, and a majority of them share this. It's not just a libertarian idea. I also have with me today a friend of mine who's an American singer-songwriter, Rob Canillo, and he's written a campaign song that embodies the ideology of johnmfinan.com. We offer a fresh deal for the American people. We offer hope, change, economic prosperity. We are Giants fans. I got Rob Canillo sing our song for us. And Jeff, thank you very much for having me on the show with you.
You're welcome.
On this highway that we call life, you will witness sorrow and pain. You will witness pure hatred, too many horrible things to name. But you will witness sweet compassion, tender kindness in God's name. I can hear you calling, baby, heed this warning. It's not too late for us. I can hear you calling, baby, heed this warning. It's not too late for us. On this road that we call life, you will witness greed and rage. You'll be tempted to look away now, but you must not turn the page, 'cause you will witness